What's up, Nintendo gamers? The Kid here, and Nintendo is finally moving on with NFC compatible games. Now, if you guys don't know, NFC is near field communications, and it's basically what they use for Skylanders or Disney Infinity. They have these little readers that you buy, and you put the figurine on there, and it reads the data or whatever code, whatever, and then that character is in the game or the mission or objective or whatever you have with that game. And if you guys didn't know, the gamepad actually has that built into it, so you don't actually have to buy one of those standalone readers. The gamepad actually has that right on the side, and it's on the left hand side, and it's a little like rectangle right there by your D-pad right under it. So you don't have to worry about that. But Nintendo is finally moving on with that, and they even released a figurine. The first one, which you can see here, is Mario, and it's also going to be going on the 3DS too, but they actually have a standalone little platform thing you have to use to actually read the figurines, because the 3DS doesn't have that capability by itself, but it does have it wirelessly. So as you can see right here, and also, excuse the quality of some of these pictures. I had to stretch them out, but in general, they're very small, so I had to kind of stretch them out. So I apologize for that. But yeah, Iwata has revealed this at the investors meeting, and I think it's a brilliant idea. We have Disney doing it, we have Activision doing it, and they make a ton of money doing this series with their characters. And the best thing about Nintendo is that they can keep up with Disney and Skylanders, because they have this huge array of different characters that people well know of, just like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck and stuff. You know, Nintendo has Mario, Luigi, Peach. You know, they have Samus Aran, they have the Metroid series, the Legend of Zelda series, and all those characters. So it's not like they're going into this like Skylanders, where basically every character is just a new creation that no one knows of, but all the people know of these characters. So there's not any who is this or who is that. Granted, there could be some of that if Nintendo goes with some of their more obscure characters, which I no doubt that they'll do that, you know, with like Little Mac and, you know, Ice Climbers and characters of that sort. But I think this is great for Nintendo, and I think this can actually push a lot of casuals to the Wii U. But the thing that Nintendo has to think of, they have to make this really appealing, because this is going to only be on their platforms, and it's not going to be like Skylanders and Disney Infinity, where they're on multiple platforms: the Wii U, Wii, PS3, PS4, Xbox One. They're on those platforms, so they have a huge advantage when it comes to sales. Now Nintendo, they only have the Wii U and the 3DS, so there's kind of a disadvantage there. But if Nintendo makes it something that is a must-have for the Wii U and the 3DS, they will have something truly special. Now, one thing I want to talk about is the gameplay. And from what I hear about Skylanders and Disney Infinity is that the gameplay isn't really that deep, nor is the objectives and mission types are really that deep. They're pretty stagnant, and they get stale, and they repeat. That's what I heard. Now, it may be different. I mean, if you guys are into those games, tell me that in the comments below. I've actually never played those games or games of this type, so tell me. But that's what I hear the most. So they get average scores. I mean, they're fun, but they lack variety. Now with Nintendo, they can bring that Nintendo polish and creativity to their game. So they can have these different missions and stuff, and they have to make it where it doesn't get repetitive and it's actually fun to play, so that it can keep the attention of both a kid and a young adult, and of course an adult like myself. One thing that they do with these is they sell different type of packs and stuff. Like they'll have a Mickey Mouse pack where it has like a Mickey Mouse figurine and maybe another character like Minnie Mouse or maybe Donald Duck with it. And then when you do the NFC, it actually like has like a different mission, kind of like a different land and stuff and place you're at, and you have to do things of that sort, like different things that pertain to Mickey. The thing that they can do with theirs is actually have missions and objectives that actually pertain to that certain series. Say like the Legend of Zelda, you get a Legend of Zelda pack, and then you scan Link, and then you are in like this part of Hyrule. Instead of having like something that's different, you're doing these different mission objectives, have something that you actually do in the Legend of Zelda, like exploring dungeons, exploring in general, getting different items, make it where it's like I'm playing a Legend of Zelda game. Of course, it have this different look, but it feels like I'm playing a Legend of Zelda game. Everything feels just as clever, so that the difference between games can feel very similar, not to the point where any game in a series that comes out just basically is obsolete because you got this Nintendo NFC platform that already does that, but to the point where it just pays homage to that series, and it makes it enjoyable. If you like the Legend of Zelda, you have the Legend of Zelda here, and you can play it, and it plays like the Legend of Zelda. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. If they have Mario, of course they're going to have Mario. Have it be a platforming game, where you reach the goal and then that's the end of the level. Or maybe it can be more like Super Mario 64, where you have to get a gold star or whatever, or do a certain mission or something like that. Have it like that. Have it where things actually play and feel like their respective games outside of this one series that they have all these characters combined into. But one of the other things about these games is that they're very expensive. You have to actually buy the figurines, and the figurines can be quite expensive. What is a $60 game can potentially turn to like a $300 game when it comes to buying different figurines and having different objectives and missions and all that stuff. Now, Nintendo is calling this whole thing NFP, which stands for both NFC featured platform and also Nintendo figurine platform. That's what they're calling it. It's just a code name for now. So they may name it during E3, which they're going to share more information with. So is it possible that this is actually the game that Shigeru Miyamoto was working on, the little project that he had? It's possible. Or is it some type of maybe collaboration between Nintendo and a third-party company? It's possible. We don't know, but I'm definitely glad Nintendo is doing this, and I really want to see what they have in store for it with it. So I really hope it's like Skylanders and it's like Disney Infinity. I personally haven't played those games, and I know I'm going to sound super like a Nintendo fanboy here, but I will try Nintendo's. But the only reason why I haven't tried the Skylanders ones is because of the actual things said about it being repetitive and being expensive too. So those are two things that turn me off, and I think those are two things that can turn off a lot of people too, in general. So especially adults and stuff, and people who really just in general don't have the money to afford all that stuff, because people aren't rich. So hopefully Nintendo can have a great price point for these type of games, and especially their figurines. Like I think maybe 15 or maybe $10 figurines is fair. I would buy that. I would get into that. But anything that's $20 a figurine or anything like that, no. I can't do it personally. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't be able to purchase nearly as many figurines as I would want to, or have any type of different type of missions and different lands and stuff. And also what they can do with it, like Disney Infinity does, allow you to create a like sandbox world with like a world creator or whatever they call it, you know, where you build a world and then you can have different like building blocks, and by building blocks I mean props and things that pertain to a certain series, where you can make the Mushroom Kingdom as you like, or Hyrule as you like, with things that look like Hyrule, you know, have different assets that have that Hyrule feel and look, and of course the Mushroom Kingdom feel and look, or Star Fox, and all this. They can do a lot of things with this, and I really hope they do. I really do hope they have like a sandbox mode where you can build the world that you want. So guys, that's my thoughts for this right now. I'll definitely talk about this more in my next week's Road to E3 video, so stay tuned for that. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think Nintendo should go into the Skylanders / Disney Infinity market? Do you think they can make a killing and possibly push the Wii U up to new levels than it is now? Or do you think Nintendo should just quit and not try this and think it's going to be too expensive? What are your personal thoughts? I will definitely love to hear them in the comments below, and I'll definitely be speaking to you guys and commenting on you guys' comments. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more Nintendo news and my thoughts in general. And one more thing, I also want to ask any of my subscribers, have you ever played Skylanders like religiously like some people do, or have you ever played in general, bought the game and bought different packs and figurines? How does it work? How does it play? Is it enjoyable, or does it get boring after a while? Please answer these if you have in the comments, because I am really interested in what you guys think, and it will just give me more impressions on the series as a whole than getting it from actual game critics. So please tell me that in the comments below. All right, sorry for being so long with this video, but see you guys next time. I'll definitely be covering this more. See you guys later.